Greetings, royal queens and kings. Thank you all so much for coming out today on a short notice. Listen here, I have been really having a blast on these YouTube streets and also here at home. And for my royal members, please check the community wall. I left a specific message for you. I left a specific message for you. And that's because I wanted you all to definitely when I need to get my engagement up more on the community walls. I have been kind of slacking even on the website, and it's just one person that's running the show, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitch, you name it. And so even the merch. So I did put a little, not a little, I put a big informative in those community tabs. So if you're a bronze member, a silver member, and a gold member, check the community wall and you will have, kind of the reason why I push back the shows. I don't put out all the information because, people will take a moment that you're having and want to expand on it and use it for commentary purposes. So, the community wall is where we will be having all of our updates. Our gold members will definitely get it first, as well as our Patreon members. And actually, I have to update Patreon today. You guys, make sure you are following this journey I did over the weekend, and I'll expound. I told my husband, I said, I want to do a members only live video this evening, and I'll do a live video this evening, and it pretty much breaks down, kind of what's going on in my world, and you know, you know how I'm having to alter my engagements, my appearances, and things like that. So if you guys are not following the website, please get on over there. But I am going to drop a link. It is not too late to get your merch. We do have mugs. I am working on some t-shirts behind the scene right now. If you guys give me a second, I'll jump in the chat with you all. Absolutely. And I'll also commentate on the thumbnail that we have up. And actually, if you are in from your phone, the products are above. It says view products, so you can always view the products when you're on the live. Because usually I tag it in there. And also, if you guys can get on over to Next Case with Queen Tulsa, we are shy of 500. We need to go ahead and get monetized on that channel because that's the Pray for Us channel. If you all want to make a donation to me, you can always do that at pay.queentulsa.com. You can place your payments there. And if you would love to if you also want to take some time out, go shop for the Queen and get merchandise, you can send those products to P.O. Box. Okay, to the P.O. Box. That's where you can send it to. I'm dropping all the links down there because I know that there were some people yesterday that wanted to support Miss Maria and the nurses over there. So if you guys want to support, here are some ways that you can support. And also, I am opening up the Pen Pal box. So our P.O. Box, I want to start writing letters to our supporters. Write me a letter and I'll respond back. So we're going to actually be incorporating that. And I always ask for fan funding. Fan funding helps with the stamps, with the postage. I actually have 2 items or 3 items that I have to send out, but I don't have the money for it. So if you guys can hit that Cash App, I would love to get those products out to our supporters. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I'll be placing my link of Instagram right up in there. We'll be doing some more one-on-ones, Instagram lives, and having more fun. We are not censored over on Instagram, so I have a little bit more freedom to get in there and speak, when I can. Shout out to Maria. I had just spoke about you. Shout out to Maria. She's actually one of our royal members. Check her out. She says, hello. Hello, Maria. How are you? I was just dropping some ways of how everyone can support us. You guys can go to the Queen Tulsa Royalties, get those royalties. We have mugs, we have hoodies if it's still cold in your neighborhood. And also, that could be your winter, pull out, so you can keep it year round. And also follow, subscribe to my backup channel, Prime Time Mixer. What the Prime Time Mixer is me and two of my fellow content creators go there, and we give you guys pretty much the hot topics in under about 15 minutes. Oh, and actually, we have 6 people over here. If we can get over to next case with Queen Tulsa, we are 8 subscribers shy of being monetized. 8 subscribers shy of being monetized. This is next case with Queen Tulsa. We are 8 supporters from being shy of being monetized on that channel. There's a Cash App. There's Maria. She says hello. And also, here's my Instagram. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram, Goddess Tulsa Radio on Instagram. And also, there's a Cash App. Once again, there is the P.O. box. If you want to be generous, go out, shop for me, and send it to me. Okay? Get into it. Now, I did get a message on the community wall from our gold member. Okay, take it down. We'll keep you in our purse. Thank you so much. Yeah. And I'll actually do a members only live where I go in depth of what I meant about those messages. So today I'll be going live with the bronze and silver members, and then I'll be going specifically live for our gold member, and then I will be posting some content to our Patreon. If you're not subscribed to the Patreon, get on over there and get on that Patreon. The Patreon is where I'm a little bit more vulnerable on Patreon. And I do that because we do have individuals that take out, take out that time, take out that uh, support and support. So they not only support me here on YouTube, they not only support me on my website. They not only support me on the royalties, they have mugs, they have everything. So our gold members, we definitely want to give you what you deserve as well. But our Patreon, that's where you get the top notch. Um, I'll be more vulnerable when it comes to certain things. However, I am in a legal situation right now, so certain things I'm not able to expound on, but I'll expound on it as much as I can. And I wanted to bring a specific thing, a specific attack that continues to keep circulating around YouTube, keeps circulating around back into my face, right? Oh, excuse me. So there was a particular thing, a particular incident that happened to me in 2022, because we're in 2024 now. And I actually want to go through this and share it with you all and just kind of let you know, briefly touch on this. So if you're interested in hearing about, what's going on, definitely let me know. Give me 1 second. Where did it go? Okay, here we go. Just waiting for it to load up. So as it loads up, I'll be honest, I brought this story to YouTube in search of, advocates, allies, and, just to bring awareness.
Was the victim of a hate crime and that the Tulsa Police Department has failed her miserably.
But TPD says they don't have enough evidence that what
Let me take this off.
happened was a hate crime. News Channel 8's Bert Momolo reports on a harrowing incident.
Okay, for some reason, is it lagging on y'all's end? Because it seemed like it was lagging on my end. Maybe we should start it over. And then let me open it up a little bit. Y'all open it up a little bit, and I'll just kind of Here, I need to bring this up just a tad bit. Okay, hopefully you all can see that clearly. Okay, so give me a second. Let me go ahead and press play on it again.
And a transgender woman says she was the victim of a hate crime and that the Tulsa Police Department has failed her miserably.
But TPD says they don't have enough evidence that what happened was a hate crime. News Channel 8's Bert Mumolo reports on a harrowing incident at a local hotel. Bert.
Brenna, her name is Queen Tulsa, and she says she was simply being herself and was hated for it. The person with the cell phone is Queen Tulsa, who not long before this moment arrived at Woodspring Suites to visit a friend. She says the woman at the desk was immediately hostile.
Why are you yelling? Why are you talking to me like this? And that's when she said, "Get the F out. I'm about to beat your ass in the parking lot."
When she saw the woman holding a wooden pole, she became frightened.
I got scared, I'm not gonna lie. I peeked out the door. She was standing, in fact, there. She was blocking me from my car.
No, I'm not going to leave. I called the police and I'm waiting for them to come.
As tensions built, another employee allegedly got physical. Do you consider this a hate crime?
It is definitely a hate crime.
We don't see the evidence that this assault and this treatment was because of her sexual orientation or where she is as far as being transgender.
For one thing, says TPD, when officers arrived, at no time did she say she felt it was a hate crime.
At that time, not really. She was just very upset. She felt like they didn't have rights to put hands on her. They didn't have rights to do this, that, and the other.
And that video of the alleged assault?
The video wasn't on a tripod somewhere else. Right. So it wasn't super clear in that video how this assault took place. So he looked at it and followed up with, "Can you show me how this assault took place?" And she didn't do that. She couldn't do that. She became perturbed with him and then would get away.
And that when the officer asked you to recreate exactly how you were assaulted, you were unable to.
Oh, I don't think that I'm under stress, you know.
She told News Channel 8 she was struck in the neck and ribs and is confident of the motive. Do you think this happened because you're trans?
Oh, absolutely. The slurs, she called me a male. It was just a lot. They were calling me the bro. Get that man out of here.
When it was all said and done, Queen Tulsa was cited for trespassing.
In this situation, she's breaking the law by staying in a private business after being asked to leave. And then when she says no, the business has the right to try to forcibly move someone from that business, and then turns around and says it's a hate crime. So you have these nuances that really are best to be dealt with in court.
They failed me. They failed me miserably.
Feeling traumatized, she says she's sharing her story with the hope others don't experience something similar.
When you think about trans lives, 57 trans people died last year. I don't want to be on somebody's milk carton. I don't want to be on somebody's rest in peace.
Queen Tulsa says that even though no one was arrested, she intends to press charges against the employees of the hotel. We reached out to Woodspring Suites to see if they had anything to say. They told us no comment. Reporting live, Bert Mumlo, News Channel 8.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, as an advocate, as a trans advocate, I don't want anyone to experience what I've experienced. I just don't. I just don't. I think that it is already hard out here just to exist, as you guys can see, like even on YouTube. Is it me or did the cop have a smirky vibe? Yes, he did. You know what? Let's go back to it because this is another thing. Where did it go? Oh, okay. Let me type this back in. And I'm gonna actually bring it up. Because a lot of people that were reviewing this, they were laughing. They were saying, "Oh, she had a video recorder and she was going there and doing this and doing that." One only thing I did, well, let's just say like, okay, so this was Friday, August 19th of 2022. Okay. So let's go ahead and play it once again.
So she was the victim of a hate crime and that the Tulsa Police Department has failed her miserably.
But TPD says they
first attended.
Okay, so we're gonna start this over. And pretty much I just want you all, because like I said, I can't say anything about it, right? I just want you all to tell me what you guys feel about just everything watching this from start to finish, right? Is it me or did that cop have a smirky vibe? I felt like he did. Maria says he could have checked the facility cameras to get an outside view. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's make sure we are actually what I'm going to do is just in case we get any hecklers in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on members only. So our members only and our mods can only type in the chat because I don't need anybody coming in here trying to get a reaction. If you're going to get a reaction, get that membership first and then you can get a reaction, okay? All right. Actually, let me kick up the volume a little bit and then we can go. All right, let's play.
Transgender woman says she was the victim of a hate crime and that the Tulsa Police Department has failed her miserably.
But TPD says they don't have enough evidence that what happened was a hate crime. News Channel 8's Bert Mumolo reports on a harrowing incident at a local hotel. Bert.
Brenna, her name is Queen Tulsa, and she says she was simply being herself and was hated for it.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. How many times have I been on YouTube and simply being myself and being hated for it? I mean, you don't have to answer right now. Just let that question resonate in your head. But I'm going to go ahead and let it play. Let's go.
The person with the cell phone is Queen Tulsa, who not long before this moment arrived at Woodspring Suites to visit a friend. She says the woman at the desk was immediately hostile.
Why are you yelling? Why are you talking to me like this? And that's when she said, "Get the F out. I'm about to beat your ass in the parking lot."
When she saw the woman holding a wooden pole, she became frightened.
I got scared. I'm not going to lie. I peeped out the door. She was standing, in fact, there. She was blocking me from my car.
No, I'm not going to leave. I called the police and I'm waiting for them to come.
As tensions built, another employee allegedly got physical. Do you consider this a hate crime?
It is definitely a hate crime.
We don't see the evidence that this assault and this treatment was because of her sexual orientation or where she is as far as being transgender.
For one thing, says TPD, when officers arrived, at no time did she say she felt it was a hate crime.
At that time, not really. She was just very upset. She felt like they didn't have rights to put hands on her. They didn't have rights to do this, that, and the other.
And that video of the alleged assault?
The video wasn't on a tripod somewhere else.
Right.
So it wasn't super clear in that video how this assault took place. So
Alleged assault?
the video wasn't.
Now you see that big old, I mean, he's over there just, I mean, about to bust up. I mean, it looks like he's about to bust up into laughter, doesn't it? Okay, so Maria says you don't have to respond. I'm just saying some questions and theories. Yeah. Okay, I get you. I understand. The cop said he wasn't able to the scuffle because it was a recording in the person's view, so he could have checked the lobby cameras. Well, see, we got to think about this. Is the justice system been found to be fair for people of color? Let me ask you this: do you, if I was a white woman, do you think that there were, if you think I was a white woman, do you think that somebody would have gotten arrested? Other bystanders probably had a recording on their phone. Child, let's get into it. But you know how, well, you know what? I can actually, I can agree with that, because like whenever you see a situation as such, and there's like a lot going on in that moment, people are bound to pull out their phones and start recording. You know, because we see that all the time on social media, and that's why I be telling people, stop always, like stop always pulling out your phone. If you see something going down, pick up that phone and dial 911. Like, don't be a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you're being part of the problem when when you see something going down and you know that help needs to be on their way, and you postpone that because you want to be able to get the clip and hear it first. That's a deep question. Very deep. Maria says, it hurts because I see discrimination all the time. And see, a lot of people, they always turn a blind eye to discrimination. And listen here, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be transgender. Maybe you could just be a black man or a black woman, simply walking, minding your business. Trayvon Martin, rest in peace. Michael Brown, rest in peace. You going to go get Skittles and a tea, and you didn't lost your life, and you expect for the justice system to come come and rescue you? It wasn't fast enough, baby. And then what? You got George Zimmerman still walking around. You got George Zimmerman walking around still free. When you talk about George Floyd, I guess we needed to see Queen Tulsa in a George Floyd state in order for us to take it serious, or we were going to get on our cameras and say she deserved it. She lied. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to think when it comes to my male and female counterparts, when it comes to somebody in my community that is in the spotlight to where everybody can see, right? And I just have to be silent on my true, honest, deep feelings and emotions, right? So I can just come here, and I'm just thankful that I'm able to bring awareness. And it's always been an awareness situation for me. It was nothing for a piece of clout. You know, some people on here got on their computers and logged on and said she's just doing this for clout. But as you can see, this man right here is getting ready. It looks like he's about to have an outburst of laughter. You would think that he is listening to a comedy series on Netflix. Let's go.
On a tripod somewhere else.
You see that? You see that smirk? See that smirk right there? That was funny. And let's see. Let's continue on.
So it wasn't super clear in that video how this assault took place. So he looked at it and followed up with, can you show me how this assault took place? And she didn't do that. She couldn't do that. She became...
That smirk again. There's that smirk again. He's getting ready for it. Let's go.
perturbed with him.
Does it, I mean, just from observation, because I'm trying to, so from my observation and your observation, I just want to know from you guys' observation, looking at him, does he seem concerned? Does he seem like he wants to get down to the bottom of it? Or does this seem like he's, uh, discussing a comedy series with one of somebody else? Let's just say that. We've got the golden child in here. She says, please like, share, subscribe, Cash App, Queen Tulsa, $ beautiful 070707. And speaking of the donations, when I had asked for donations for my safety and things like that, there were people that went online and decided to laugh about it. Maria says, but you were under duress. Yes, I was very much so under duress, baby. I was very much so under duress at that time. And you can, and I couldn't even, yeah, very much so. Very much so. And even during that part, like with everything happening the way that it happened, I still wanted to come online and tell people, like, hey, just be mindful of how you're treating people, be mindful of what you're doing, and be mindful of the information that you are putting out. You know, be mindful of what you're putting out, because you might think it's funny. Okay, let me see. Yeah, you might think it's funny. Here, let me see. So what was I just talking about? Oh. Okay, so where is it? All right, give me a second. I'm actually downloading something right now. So give me I'm gonna open her up right quick. Let me see if I can open. Okay. Bless you. Let me see if I can open this right quick for you all. Okay, see, I don't know what's happening with this. See, it went off. See how it went off? Child, these folks don't want me to tell my story, but I'm gonna tell my story. Well, I'm not gonna, get into it, but maybe it's coming. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can bring this up. Let me see. Okay.
In the DM, I'm not.
Okay, here we go.
Calling me.
All right, y'all, hold on. Child, they doing.
Cups, I sent you a message. Cups, I sent you a message in my. I sent you a message in the DM. I'm not going to do it. You're sitting up here laughing about talking about some what you need $25,000 for, sis. Me and you was behind.
So when I speak about the $25,000, that was because I needed security. I needed, help with bills and things like that. Just because I wasn't going to be able to get out there and do what I was doing, I did not feel safe in the community. And I don't care how many people tell me some, oh, well, this, that, and the third. Ma'am, if you have not been through anything like that, you would not know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would not know. And so that's where I had asked people I had made a GoFundMe and I asked for $25,000. That was to retain, representation. And, you had everybody else that wanted, that was out here. Oh, everybody had all the answers, but nobody had any help for me.
Scenes trying to make things a reality. We were supposed to have been helping the community. We were supposed to have been building women up. You're not on that.
And my mission has not changed. I'm still out here building women up, doing our thing. And this was in 2022. I've still been showing the same thing to you guys. Let's build. Let's protect one another, ladies. Let's be allies, and let's be genuine allies. Let's not be an ally just to be seen and just to get an applause. No, be an ally for the cause and not an applause.
And it stops here. 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 It stops here.
All right, let's watch that one more again without any interruption, ladies and gentlemen. So without any interruptions, let's go ahead and watch it from the jump.
In the DM, I'm not going to do it. You're sitting up here laughing, calling me. Cups, we're not going to do it. Cups, I sent you a message. I sent you a message in the DM. I'm not going to do it. You're sitting up here laughing about talking about some what you need $25,000 for, sis. Me and you was behind the scenes trying to make things a reality. We were supposed to have been helping the community. We were supposed to have been building women up. You're not on that. And it stops here. 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 It stops here.
All right, so we got comments. Okay, so I read that one, but you were under duress. It's difficult to explain specifics in this condition. Got it. Got it. And see, I love my free thinkers, my critical thinkers, my out of the box thinkers. I'm gonna need you guys on this live, okay? The Golden Child says, Maria, hey. Hi, the Golden Child. The Golden Child says, Queen Tulsa, hey, baby, how are you? Glad to see you here. Maria says, many people suffer from panic attacks and anxiety. The goal is to calm the person down to the basis of the event. Do you think that majority of the times when law enforcement gets involved, or let's just say any person in authority, when they get involved, do you think that this crosses any of their minds when they're approaching a situation? Yeah, to get the basis of the event. I know what you meant. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Was there a valid investigation? It just seemed like it was glossed over. We're gonna find out. We're definitely gonna find out. And I say, stay tuned because when you talk about meaningful content and getting to the bottom of things, I I do plan on speaking about it at an appropriate time, you know? So like at an appropriate time, baby, I'm definitely going to when I can. Because I just feel like this is a topic that's been brushed over. And like I said, when you have these cases like George Floyd, Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, and we are all out here asking for justice. You know what I'm saying? Tangi Grace is definitely in the building. Hey, Tangi Grace, slid on up in here. Absolutely. So yeah, it's definitely it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. However, I'm still going to continue to stand up for justice for myself, my community, and other innocent bystander individuals. You know, when you are silent, you are creating violence when you see something going on. Let's go. We're gonna
First to 10, a transgender woman says she was the victim of a hate crime and that the Tulsa Police Department has failed her miserably.
But TPD says they don't have enough evidence that what happened was a hate crime. News Channel 8's Bert Momolo reports on a harrowing incident at a local hotel. Bert.
Brenna, her name is Queen Tulsa, and she says she was simply being herself and was hated for it. The person with the cell phone is Queen Tulsa, who not long before this moment arrived at Woodspring Suites to visit a friend. She says the woman at the desk was immediately hostile.
Why are you yelling? Why are you talking to me like this? And that's when she said, "Get the F out. I'm about to beat your ass in the parking lot."
When she saw the woman holding a wooden pole, she became frightened.
I got scared. I'm not going to lie. I peeped out the door. She was standing, in fact, there. She was blocking me from my car.
No, I'm not going to leave. I called the police and I'm waiting for them to come.
As tensions built, another employee allegedly got physical. Do you consider this a hate crime?
It is definitely a hate crime.
We don't see the evidence that this assault and this treatment was because of her sexual orientation or where she is as far as being transgender.
For one thing, says TPD, when officers arrived, at no time did she say she felt it was a hate crime.
At that time, not really. She was just very upset. She felt like they didn't have the rights to put hands on her. They didn't have rights to do this, that, and the other.
And that video of the alleged assault?
The video wasn't on a tripod somewhere else.
Right.
So it wasn't super clear in that video how this assault took place. So he looked at it and followed up with, "Can you show me how this assault took place?" And she didn't do that. She couldn't do that. She became perturbed with him and then would get away.
And that when the officer asked you to recreate exactly how you were assaulted, you were unable to.
Oh, I don't think that I'm under stress, you know.
She told News Channel 8 she was struck in the neck and ribs and is confident of the motive. Do you think this happened because you're trans?
Oh, absolutely. The slurs, she called me a male. It was just a lot. They were calling me the bro. Get that man out of here.
When it was all said and done, Queen Tulsa was cited for trespassing.
In this situation, she's breaking the law by staying in a private business after being asked to leave. And then when she said says no, that business has the right to try to forcibly move someone from that business, and then turns around and says it's a hate crime. So you have these nuances that really are best to be dealt with in court.
They failed me. They failed me miserably.
Feeling traumatized, she says she's sharing her story with the hope others don't experience something similar.
When you think about trans lives, 57 trans people died last year. I don't want to be on somebody's milk carton. I don't want to be on somebody's rest in peace.
Queen Tulsa says that even though no one was arrested, she intends to press charges against the employees of the hotel. We reached out to Woodspring Suites to see if they had anything to say. They told us no comment. Reporting live, Burt Mumla, News Channel 8.
So listen here. I am an activist. I am a leader. I am for justice, right? I am for all of those things. And just because people bring that up and they play it on their channel, they laugh at me, they make any way that they feel like they can get under my skin, you can imagine that they do that, right? So, I do the best I can on a daily basis, right? As much as I can. And I've been very open with you all. Like, if I'm not okay, like some days I'm just not okay. And for our Royal members, I posted today on our community wall because we're having to rearrange the dates of the shows that we have that was scheduled for today, right? So just know, as far as my vulnerability, I'm very vulnerable to a certain extent on here because I still have to protect my emotions and things like that. Because when I log off of here, I've got to deal with reality. When I log off of here, I've got to deal with reality just like the next person. Absolutely. So I just wanted to come on and visit with you all. So since we have 12 people in here, may we please get you all to go over and subscribe to Next Case with Queen Tulsa. We are 8 subscribers short from being monetized. Yeah, we are 8 subscribers short from being monetized on our backup channel. And pretty much this channel right here, Next Case with Queen Tulsa, that's where we can laugh. We can really, I'm going to keep everything clean and clear over here. As far as so we can get through the clear of the monetization and stuff. So we're going to keep it clean over here. But on the Next Case with Queen Tulsa, that's when we can really get things going, Thank you, Maria. Oh, Maria said something? Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'll be back. When I'm on this channel, we're going to do things fun. And listen here, I want you guys to send me topics to talk about. I'm begging and asking for your support. And if you have a testimonial where I've helped you or, gave you laughter or anything like that, if you want to, please send your testimonial to QueenTulsaDirect@gmail.com. And like I said, for those of you that want to write into the show, you can do that via email, or if you like to utilize your penmanship, go ahead and write a letter and send it to our P.O. box and I'll read it. If you want to be anonymous, we'll keep it anonymous. Okay, let's see. Oh, you did send an email. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna read it, but I'm not gonna read it aloud. Let me see it. Okay. As I was on here. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh. Oh, hold on. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love the feedback. No, seriously. I really love the feedback that you guys give me, you know, because I want to be here and I want to love and I want to support. So any ideas that you all have, definitely let me know because when I'm working and I get smiles or I get good feedback, that helps me out, you know. So it's like a high, you know. Oh, wow, that is beautiful. Okay, so peep this out, you guys. Royals, stay on top of your happiness, okay? Stay on top of your peace. Don't let nobody take that from you. And I'm going to tell you like this, knowledge is power. Once you know something, nobody can never take that away from you. Okay? I wanted to come through and let you guys know that I love you. And I say I'm not going to go back live again, but you already know me. I'll probably come back live here a little bit later. I do. Now, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys think that I should start on the Shirley Strawberry reviewing Shirley Strawberry and Ernesto? Shirley Strawberry is the syndicated morning radio host on the syndicated Steve Harvey morning show. Do y'all think that I should start? Should I go ahead and get into that tonight? Because with that one, I would say that that is very entertaining. And when we talk about, a love triangle, you have the mistress or the side chick on the side, and then you got the male friends that are telling this guy, hey, you got a good woman. Like it's a little too late. So let me know if you guys want me to dive into that. I think that that would be very interesting, and I think that that would grab some attention. Let's say you sent an email. The golden child says, I hate this. The golden child must be rewinding. So what you all can do, actually, if you ever see me live and you want to know what we're talking about, you can always go back in the live and then catch up to speed. So I think that's what she's doing right now. But you know what? Even though people hate me and people badger my name and go up against me and try to, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There was a point in time where I thought about the deletion, and I had come up with a plan and everything. But I want to say that if it wasn't for Bambi and my therapist, I don't know where I would be. We know where I would be, but yeah, very traumatic. But I understand that I understand that I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. I'm not all right yet. Oh no, I'm not all right yet. I'm not at peace yet with any of it, you know? I'm just not. And it takes a strong individual. And I don't really like to use the word strong, but it takes a strong person to, you know, be assaulted and, still choose life, still choose to be great. Honey, did you need my help on anything? Those things. And to have a loving husband. Honey, I love you and thank you for all that you do and how you support your wife. He's walking around getting some things. But yeah, that's like my biggest supporter besides the Lord, my family, my children, and you all. Like my husband is definitely he gets me. He totally gets me. And the reason why I say he gets me is because I told my husband, I said, I'm a celebrity. I'm a celebrity. People they are going to be coming out to see me and things like this. And this is like when I was fresh in my career of being a personality here on YouTube and other social medias. And he would laugh. He would laugh. He thought that I was tripping. Like, all right. Yeah. Like you're just, like I'm pulling his leg or something like that. I said, no, baby. I'm really a celebrity. Like, you see that. And so I say that to say this. This past Christmas. Oh, and that reminds me. This past Christmas, he purchased me like a Wi-Fi range extender, and I went to crying because I didn't think that he took my craft serious. And when he got something to go towards the craft in my profession and my career, is just like it took me back to the day when he purchased me a table. Yeah, I had my own apartment, didn't have a table, had an air mattress in the living room, and I loved to cook. But when he would come over, we would, sit in the living room, use the air mattress as the table. And so, child, it was one day we were chilling, my cousin was there, and some of you all know this story. But my cousin was there, he did something very malicious. I drove him home. We got back to start talking. He was like, I'm glad that we had this conversation because I have something for you. He said, wait right here. Don't look. He went downstairs, came back up. He had the table and he put it together. And it was like a bar, it was like a table with a bar on it so I can have my wine because I love my wine. And so he put it together. And so when he would come over, he had two chairs. And so when he would come over, that's where we would eat our supper or our dinner, whatever you call it. And so after that, we was dating off and on, and I had dated this guy, and I woke up. Well, I had left him at my house, came back home, and this dude had like ransacked my apartment, took things, and I was like, oh no, I'm just not into this. And so after that, I'm just like, I really need something serious. And he was the one that I was with, and we were serious for the most part. I mean, we was hooking up, and eventually I met his children, which are now mine. And like I said, I have my own apartment, own job. Just had three jobs. My car was paid off, so I was just doing me. And eventually, he was at the house with me, and I proposed to my husband. I proposed to him, and we met in March, and we were married by September. But I don't remember the exact date. It was in 2018. I don't remember exact month that I had asked him. But yeah, I asked my husband. I'm a go getter. That's what go getters do. You know? So yeah, that was just a little chop it up session. I'll probably do like another chop it up session on here. But like I said, if you guys want to catch me where we can play music and things like that, catch me on Next Case with Queen Tulsa. And also, you all can definitely support me by purchasing merchandise. Like I said, I'm working on some merchandise right now for the 2024 collection, but I do still have some I still have some merch on there. Yep. And shout out to all of our supporters that do things in front of the scene, behind the scene, in between the scene. I know that you all want the best for us and for the show, and I really appreciate that. Like, it really goes a long way. It goes a long way. The support really goes a long way. And I listen here. I ask God to bless me so I can be a blessing to others. So anywhere that I can be a blessing, I love to do that. And I don't like to brag about my blessings, right? So here it is right here. This is the Queen Tulsa merch. You can shop now. Okay. Make sure you shop now. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that link in the chat just so you all can just go over, browse around, check some things out over there for me. And that's the royalty shop. And as I said, I'm still updating it. So I would say like the mugs and like the glass, like the glass, like where you can drink like a cold beverage out of. And actually, yeah, this is the link. I just placed the link in the chat where you can go and get that merch. So it's gonna say Queen Tulsa Royalties creatorscreen.com or creator-screen.com/book. And it'll take you right there to the site. Like I said, I have some more items coming up. I have more items that I'm working on. Of course, is behind the scenes. But our Patreons and our gold members, you guys will get it first, and then we'll tear it on down. Absolutely. So yeah, that's all I have for you right now. Thank you so much for coming by. And remember, always keep it real.